Good morning, this is KELOLAND on the go with all you need to know in news and weather as you start your day.
New this morning, firefighters responded to a home near Wall Lake, south of Hartford, at about 3 a.m. for a structure fire possibly related to fireworks, according to a news release.
Officials say when first responders arrived, they saw a detached garage engulfed in flames with fire spreading to the main structure. At that time, residents were evacuated.
No injuries were reported. The incident is being investigated by the Minnehaha County Sheriff's Office.
The 4th of July holiday got off to a scary start in western Sioux Falls after a driver crashed into an apartment building. The State Department of Public Safety says just before 10:30, an 18-year-old driver pulled up beside a highway patrol trooper on 41st Street and allegedly made an obscene gesture, then sped off. Authorities say radar indicated speeds reached over 100 miles per hour. A short time later, the driver lost control and crashed into an apartment complex. A man was inside the building when it was hit and was knocked off his wheelchair. He was taken to the hospital with minor injuries. The driver was arrested on speed and drug-related charges. Authorities have not yet released his name.
One man is dead after being hit by a car in Pringle, South Dakota last week. The South Dakota Department of Public Safety says a car was heading south and collided with a bicycle heading north. The people in the car were not hurt. The 82-year-old bicyclist was flown to a nearby hospital where he died on Wednesday. South Dakota Highway Patrol is investigating the crash.
Now let's get a check on today's weather with meteorologist Scott Munt. Will we have dry skies today, Scott?
Well, I think throughout much of the day we will have dry conditions. We'll watch probably after 3 o'clock an isolated shower or thunderstorm may develop in eastern South Dakota, Minnesota, and northwestern Iowa. We'll be cooler than average. Temperatures in the 70s to near 80 degrees. Best chance we have at 80-degree weather today will be central and south-central South Dakota. I'll have more details on your forecast coming up.
Thank you, Scott. People in western KELOLAND celebrated July 4th with a trip to Mount Rushmore. Every year, the National Memorial hosts a two-day Independence Day celebration, and the event includes the 4 presidents themselves.
They walk around, they are in character, so to speak, the entire time, and they share tidbits from the president's life, significant historical events, and it's just a way to further connect people to not just the very American story that we tell here.
Mount Rushmore hosts the event over the 2 days of July 3rd and 4th every year.
Well, despite the dark clouds in Sioux Falls Thursday night, the rain did hold off and people in Sioux Falls turned out for a special 4th of July concert at Levitt at the Falls with the local favorite band, Corey and the Fireflies. Organizers with Levitt at the Falls say Corey and the Fireflies always draw a big crowd for their show. In the past, 6,000 to 7,000 people have packed the Levitt lawn to watch them.
When Corey's on our stage, he always brings positive energy. He's so uplifting. The lyrics to his songs are always so positive. A great family-friendly event, so we just look forward to bringing everyone together in community.
Tonight's concert at the Levitt will be the Foxies, a Nashville-based trio. Opening for them is Jake Brewer, an indie alternative singer-songwriter.
The Sioux Falls Area Humane Society is in need of the community's help. They're at capacity or nearing it and are looking for adopters. If you or someone you know is looking to adopt, now is the time. They have a simple process, and all they ask is that if you have a dog at home, to please bring them in so they can meet their new companion.
We have emergency backup space in our classroom and in our offices. That does mean that animals are living in non-animal areas, but we will continue to make space as we need to and just hope that our community will come out and support us soon.
If you'd like to visit the shelter, it's open every day but Thursdays. And to see which animal would be the best fit for you, we've attached a link with this story on KELOLAND.com.
And that's a look at some of our top stories.
Now let's get one last look at your weather with meteorologist Scott Munt. Scott?
All right, good morning, everybody. Isolated showers, thunderstorms later this afternoon and evening. A lot of this will be driven by the sunshine. You do see those trying to appear across eastern South Dakota, Minnesota, and Iowa. They will continue into the evening hours. Once the sun sets, we'll lose the energy, and a lot of that will go away for eastern South Dakota, Minnesota, and Iowa. But a separate piece of energy across western and central South Dakota will bring a different round of showers and thunderstorms into those locations. And then the moisture sticks around for this weekend We have that 40% chance for the rain in eastern and southeastern Kettleland, and more or less that continues right into Sunday. And we'll watch for severe weather to our south in Nebraska. That's attached to that low pressure system that will move through for tomorrow. And then we're looking at next week to be much drier, much warmer. I think as we do go through next week, we'll watch these temperatures warm. We'll go with widespread 90s in western central South Dakota, a chance for some in eastern and southeastern Kettleland to get in on some of those 90s as well. And we'll have higher dew point temperatures by then too. This weekend, numbers near 60 for dew point temperatures. As we get through next week or go through next week and into next weekend, we'll watch those numbers warm. I think next weekend will feel a lot different than what's expected this weekend. Temperatures today in the 70s to near 80 degrees. We'll watch for showers and thunderstorms tonight in western and central South Dakota. And then another day with rain, especially across eastern and southeastern Kettleland for tomorrow. You can check the details of the 7-day forecast while you're here online. Have a great weekend.